Lately I've been staring at the dark. Turn my inner demons into art. Struggle with the pain inside my heart. Wish I didn't care about what they say. What you want to say, what you want to say, what you want to say, what you want. Say what you want to say, 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 what you want to no one.
What's going on, Brian? Yeah, I'll be on in maybe like 15 minutes or so. Sorry, I'll be on in maybe 15 minutes or so, and we're gonna go over everything. And just don't panic, brother. Don't panic. All right.
në mend të me m'kujtu Ambjereni na I hermo Do këtë kom hupën sytë e tu A given zemër me m'strehu Tu me flejt në shtatë shra Dikur një tash si kur s'një Tjerë kanë thonë mos I besa Se kom ditë që s'lej kur gjo Unë besova Në ty besova Ke thonë që s'jam si aj Po njejtu n'ullë ndova Ke thonë që nuk je si aj Dole ma si se aj Ke thonë së m'lëndan si aj Si aj Ke thonë që nuk je si aj Dole ma si se aj Ke thonë së m'lëndan si aj Si aj E venët kur si në lele Eshin kemja valele E në tjera si në lele Mr. Lova valele Si aj E venët kur si në lele Eshin kemja valele E në tjera si në lele Mr. Lova valele 그게 산이 보내자마다 번욱 보여요 배색건 브리져요 니다다 Ketton që nuk je si aj Dole ma si se aj Ketton se m'lëndon si aj Si aj Ketton që nuk je si aj Dole ma si se aj Ketton se m'lëndon si aj Si aj E venët kur si në lele Eshin kemja valele E në tjera si në lele Mr. Lova valele Si aj E venët kur si në lele Eshin kemja valele E në tjera si në lele Mr. Lova valele
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, traders. The dump is upon us. Hope you guys are all doing well. Do not panic. Don't panic. Pretty big aggressive dump. They're blaming it on the tariffs. The tariffs. The tariffs, they say. How are you guys doing? I hope everyone's doing well. I hope you guys didn't get too destroyed in that disaster. There was opportunity. I did put it out in the Discord. We can go through that after. But I did put it out in the Discord. Yeah, we took trades. Like we took trades on Bitcoin and Sol. Heavy on Bitcoin. How are you guys doing? How's Brian? Is he even still here? Maybe not, yeah. How's Craftsman? Opportunity, man. You know, in a bull market, dips are for buying, yeah. Can go over the calendar, see if there's anything on the old agenda today. Yeah, let's see if it holds. Yeah, straight. Don't know if it's gonna hold or not, but we can definitely see if it does. The calendar, nothing going on today. Too much. Yeah. Manufacturing index. Yeah, it says it has a high impact, but I don't think it'll be too bad. Can I lower the music volume? Yeah, definitely. Is that better? Yeah, good. I switched up the music today because of the dump. Thought I'd try to get you guys, make you feel good a little bit with some nice, chill Afro house sunset mixes. So we can see if that works for you guys. I'm gonna move myself over here a bit. There. Hello, Gazook. He's back. The man is back. The man is back. I'm gonna record the shorts here today. Try to put out some shorts content. Just record the whole stream, and we can go from there. Yeah, I think that'll work. How am I? I'm fantastic, man. I'm doing great. Cannot complain. I caught the dump here on Bitcoin. We can go through that in a bit. You can see I was taking trades all the way down, so we'll see. Hopefully this holds. Caught this afternoon, and then spent the day on the pool deck, just hanging at the pool. So it's pretty good. So the reason for taking this trade was a good gap there. Yeah, good gap reaction. So Craftsman already knows the way I trade. There's a huge fair value gap here, right? So, and then also this is like a failure to lose play. It's called this. So when it reached here, I was loading up, right? It's literally the last thing that it could have held. It could have just bounced this box though, you know, easily. It could have held here. It could have held here. This is why I took trades here. I took trades here, took trades here, and took trades here. And I even took trades at the top of this. So this is why DCAing into positions is smart, right? Because like there's, you know, if I would have, like this one was a deep retracement, but you know, if you just take one trade at the top, then I would barely be in profits. So that's why it's just good to DCA into positions. Now, if you wanted to do it on a smaller time frame, this was just on a big time frame laziness, right? Just like taking trades. I was buying it on the way down. So the small time frame, you'd have to go down to a 1 minute because this 15 isn't even gained yet. Normally, when things dumping like crazy like that, you normally have to go to a lower time frame, like the 1 minute, to try to get something involved. So you can see it did gain right here. Right here is where it gained, and then it retested this gap here. This is where it gained this is the gap right here, right? Where it gained this swing. So this is the gap. So this was what it came down to retest. So you would buy the 1 minute's a little shifty. So you wouldn't just like, you know, buying gaps on the 1 minute is a little tricky. Like sometimes they sweep it, right? Like see how this gap, like they don't really respect it too much. It's not like a 4 hour gap, but they still play it. It still gives you the idea of what's going on, right? So you know, they still gain this and then they retested it. It's good enough to buy, right? With stops underneath. Oh, sorry, I was looking at the wrong area, man. Really, this is it back here. This is even a better play. My apologies. 1 minute, so zoomed in, didn't even know where I was. So you'd have to zoom in on the 1 minute to try to get an entry. So it gained here, gained with a vengeance, left a huge untested gap right here. So this is where I would have entered on a retest of this. If you wanted to, you could even put another play down here, because this is another gap right here, right? So if you wanted to, you could put entries here and here. I don't know if that second one would have got caught. Yeah, it did. So they tested the second gap also. So, you know, still played even on the 1 minute. I was too lazy to I didn't want to sit at the chart all day, so I just bought it because I was buying it off the 4 hour gap, and I was like, that's good enough for me. I just didn't want to sit around here all day at the chart. Watching shit, so it's all good. Yeah, man, this thing just resets every time. Yeah, that's fucking shit. I took a position on Sol too. Is it just frozen now? Good. Just gonna reset this. Let's just go back to this. We can break up the position on Sol. Sol was a little cleaner, I believe, yeah. So this is just where I was talking about this marker. I was talking about this. Oh, that's where the price is now. You know, Sol wasn't really cleaner. It basically did the same thing as Bitcoin. So, you know, the 4 hour gap that you would have been looking at would have been right here, right? So that's the 4 hour gap. So you'd be waiting for if you wanted to play it on the smaller time frame, you'd be zoomed into the 1 minute on that. For me, I was lazy. I just bought it, and I just put the stops here. I should have bought more, but I was already heavy into the Bitcoin trade, so I didn't buy more. Yeah. So hey, KZ, sorry, I just saw your message now. So for gaps, some people call them fair value gaps. ICT does. Some people call them imbalance, like an imbalance in the market. Basically what it is very simple. It's very simple concept. Basically what it is, it's just what you're looking for is a gap, because a gap signifies an untested level. So first, what you want to be looking for is a level, right, to lose. So like how trend works. Let's just flip this over to TradingView because it has the pen. So how trend works, let's just take this for example here, this Sol. Okay. Let's get this centered here. So when Sol is in this uptrend, you can see that it's never losing the previous swing, right? Making new highs, coming down, holding the previous swing, making new highs, coming down and holding the previous swing, making new highs, still held this swing, making new highs again, and now it needs to hold this area, right? By by the very end, it didn't. It had closes below. Not only did it have close below, it had let me just clear this off. Not only did it have a close below here, it left a gap. Pretend this part of this part of the chart, oh my god, pretend this part of the chart is not here, from here over. So you see this gap, this red candle right here, like this candle right here. as it broke this level, it left a gap between this candle. It's a three candle pattern. The bottom of the top wick, or the bottom of the bottom wick, this body, and the top of the next candle leaves a gap here. So this gap, what it's signaling is, it's signaling that this level hasn't been tested yet. So when the next time the price goes up to there and it goes into this gap, really this gap is not what you're looking at. You're looking at this, right? But this gap is an easy way for you to get it in your mind that level's untested. So when levels are untested, there is a very, very good chance that the market's going to react there. There's going to be a market's going to bounce. If it continues that bounce, who knows? But at least you know that there's going to be a reaction at that point, enough for you to get into a trade and move your stop up to break even if you needed to, right? If you wanted to play it on the safe side, let's say. So like if you took trades here and shorted this, on this dump, you could take a little PT and then move your stop up to profit. Even if you got stopped out, who cares? That's just part of the game, you know what I mean? But it's a lot of people trade like that, you know what I mean? Because you can get a nice quick PT, 20 bucks or whatever, 40 bucks or whatever it is. And then even if you get stopped out, who cares? Just move along to the next thing, you know? But yeah, that's what you see right here is that's basically how I trade right there. Like looking at that is like that's a clean setup. That's normally what I'm gonna enter on. Now entering on things on a 15-minute is I only do that on the, like, what I should say is you should have big time frame ideas and small time frame entries. So having big time frame ideas, like you're trying to capture a 4-hour move and you're trying to enter it on a 15-minute or a 5-minute or whatever, right? So you're trying to get a 15-minute entry like this, but in the bigger picture, you're looking at a 4-hour. This was on a 4-hour chart, so you know, capturing a move from here to here is huge. But really, what you want to be doing, so seeing a gap like this and then understanding that this is a place to short, what you want to do is you want to move into the 15-minute and then look at that area on the 15-minute chart and look for entries that way, right? So on the 15-minute, it's coming back up. So, you know, what you want to do is you either want to short it here, with stops here, or you want to wait for confirmation, a break in this trend. So you want to wait for this to break and then either smash in or play any kind of retest or something like that. I wouldn't wait for a gap up here on like small time frames. Like I usually just smash in on when I'm playing a 4-hour move, because I'm anticipating, even if I get in here or wherever, anywhere around here, it doesn't matter if I'm targeting all the way down here. You know what I mean? If I'm targeting down here, I'm targeting this. If I'm targeting this, and who cares? You know what I mean? Getting this or getting this is not going to be that big of a difference. I hope that all made sense. It may sound difficult, and maybe I did a shit way of explaining it, but it's actually not too difficult. Like, it's actually pretty easy. Mostly, yeah. All right. I'll try to slow it down a little bit and just explain a little bit better too in the future. Let's have a look at gap mostly made sense. That's good. Let's have a look at Craftsman's trading view chart here. Should only log in the bottom and short the top. Yeah, mid-range is for suckers, really. So like you really should be playing a 4-hour continuation swing. That's what I do anyway, or a daily if you want to trade on the daily. Price action's fluid too, right? So price action, it works on every time frame. It's all the same, right? So you're looking at a 4-hour chart. You're entering on a 15-minute. You're looking for the same kind of setups on that you are on a 4-hour chart. You know, same shit. Soul. Yeah, this is a little late to the party, but yeah, it's same. The initial was here, right? The initial was here. This initial gain here. And then this retest of this gap. This is a gap, right? This retest of the gap right here. So, but it's okay if you're late to the party. It's fine because it continued to gain. So coming down and testing this gap is not wrong to be taking trades there with tight stops. Short and long. Long just means buying, and short means selling. So, like for example, if you thought price was gonna come down here when the price was here, you would be looking to short. When you're down here and you think the price is gonna go higher, you're looking to long. Essentially, it's just the same thing. It's just what it's called to go in that particular direction. How do you guys like my new glasses? You can fucking see now. Let's go. I look so old and smart. Look at me. Oh yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure. Funny. Yeah, that is multi-time frame analysis, Craftsman, but you need to be a little wary of it, right? Like, you need to be a little wary of like your bias, right? Because like if a 4 hour gained and you're like, okay, 4 hours gained, the market's turning around, it's we're going up from here. But like if the 4 hour goes and retests, like you need to keep that in mind, right? But yeah, I base all my trading on the 4 hour. What's happening on the 4 hour is what my bias is. Yeah, all this stuff just changed back again, eh? It's so brutal. I guess it's pretty fast for me to change it back, though. Yeah, you're looking for like a 4 hour trend start is like, you know, you're licking your lips when that shit happens, because that means if a 4 hour gains and retests and then goes and gains again, it's a potential 4 hour trend start. So like then it's gonna go like you know, you should get that. That's when you should keep in your mind, oh shit, I should keep some deep runners, because you know, if we had a 4 hour gain and retest, then you know, we could potentially be on a 4 hour trend start. So 4 hour trend starts like the beginning, right? The origin. It could be the 4 hour origin of the next move, which is on a 4 hour chart's big, right? So it could be like, you could be looking at like usually markets move in fives, right? 5 up, 3 down, 5 up, 3 down, or 5 down, 3 up, 5 down, 3 up. So that's usually how it goes. So if you're on a 4 hour trend start and it's the trend start, then you need to keep thinking in your mind, where are you in the grand scheme of the market? Like, where is the whole, what's going on in the chart, like the bigger time frame of the chart? Should you hold this? Like do you need to think, is this a good trade for me to hold for a longer time? That's really what makes big traders, like that's what makes professional traders professional, because they can understand the bigger time frame stuff and they know when to hold them, you know? And they don't just take a little trade and be happy with $100 or whatever. you know, kind of the difference between like pro traders and not pro traders. Kind of had this area marked, yeah. This is pretty funny to see this actually. Yeah, nothing's changed here, you know. I kind of expect this gap. It came down, they held the gap. There's going to be a little resistance here because they failed this stuff coming down. So there is going to be a little, you know, it's going to get a little shaky here for sure. But I don't think this is going further down. I could be wrong though. Yeah. This is a pretty good move. But we did have a really good move here before too, and then they failed, right? So all you can do is you know, you never really know too much. Let's have a look at the 4 hour actually. Yeah, like there's big liquidity here. I just really think that they'd take that liquidity first. They haven't taken liquidity in a while. Last time they took it was here. This wasn't the most liquidity that they took, you know, and it's not very much. I would expect them to take this. Kind of expect them for that. See what Craftsman said about Nifty. Yeah, get the same plan as I do. Yeah, you know, it's the telltale sign of a new trader or a newer trader is they don't hold them. Honestly, after you've held trades for a while, like this one time I had a trade on the ES. I held it for the entire length of the contract. 3 months. I got stopped out in the last month. I was just trailing the stop behind the dailies. And yeah, it was like, I don't know, it was 4 contracts. I think I made like 6 grand or something like that. Or 5 grand. It was one of the biggest it was on micros. You ever hear of someone making 5 grand on micros with like 4 contracts? It was crazy. That doesn't happen every day though, really. That was one of the biggest micro trades I've ever did. Yeah, man. So that's that. I kind of took my trades today already earlier on this dip. I'm not going to add to this anymore. So I'm just either going to get stopped out here or not. Hopefully it runs though. You know, pretty beat up in crypto here lately. You know, I picked a real bad time to try this challenge. I blew up one account right away because I'm entering the market on these crazy crypto days where it's just everything's dumping like crazy. You know, it's just a bad time to enter the market, really. Today is okay, but still my targets for this Bitcoin trade is like pretty big. I did call this too, guys. Like I don't know if you guys are in the Discord or not, but like, you know, I put this stuff out in the Discord when it's like important stuff. Put it in the signals here. So, you know, I did put all this out as it was going, right? You know, DCA down on the BTC position, entered in longs for BTC and Sol. So, you know, I do put this stuff out for you guys. I don't put out too much anymore because I just don't want to be sitting behind a desk and looking at tons of trades, right? I don't care. But when it's like important dump day like that and it's lining up, yeah, I'll post it in the Discord. So the outlook for Bitcoin, let's just look at the bigger time frame for this. I know you guys love Bitcoin and love trading it. So what did we do here? We just came back down. Let's look at the even higher time frame here, the weekly. You know, this is looking a little rough up here for the weekly. We came down and had a failure to lose here on the weekly, on the previous weekly. So this is why it bounced. Now we didn't have a weekly close above, which is a bit rough, honestly. But you know, we are in a consolidation period here, so you know, we could just be consolidating here. The longer we consolidate here, kind of the better it is. It'll blast off harder. So I don't know, for me, even if we go down here, man, like nothing has changed for me. I'll get stopped out of these. If we go down here, I'll buy this up like crazy. Even from mid 80s, I'll start buying again. My last spot buy on Bitcoin was 89.5. I basically ticked the bottom of this. I put that out in the Discord too. So even if we slide here, I'll just keep averaging down. Honestly, I will average down. I'll average down to here too. If we go into this range, I'll average down 79 to 73. I'll average down big there if we did go down there. And then if we start losing this, if we start losing 49, I'll get a little worried. I will get a little worried if we start losing 49. So that's kind of my outlook for this. As far as upside potential is concerned, you know, nothing has changed, man. We are going to much higher than we are now. Jesus Christ. You know, I don't like this software when it doesn't work very good. There we go. It's brand new software. Can I edit that? I would think we're going to a 157 at the very minimum. I know you need to do settings, but on here you can't. It's not like TradingView. So next leg up is this 157. That's from the big pull. From this smaller pull, yeah, same thing. This is kind of why I don't think that we're done here yet, man. We didn't even hit this yet. But you know, this is kind of irrelevant. The only one that you really should be looking at is this big one. This is what you should be looking at. You should have it in your on your charts basically. $56 without breaking a sweat. And if it's a real bull, if it's a really bull run, you're gonna see like 250 or like somewhere up here. We'll see if we get it. But this, I don't think this is it. Really, I don't think it's over. Even if we come down here, I don't think it's over. I think we're gonna see at least this. But don't get me wrong, I'm gonna start taking profits as we make new highs. Like 120, I'll take 5% profit. 130, I'll take 5% profit. If we go to 150, I'll take probably 15% profit. If we go to 190, I'll probably take another 15%. There will probably be only 15% of my holdings left by the end of this, by the time it gets up here. And then I'll be waiting for a crash. The crash, if this doesn't happen, if this level doesn't get tagged before we go up, it will get tagged after it comes down. That's my opinion anyway. If this level does not get tagged, at the very least it'll take out the liquidity underneath this. So 80, 85. But normally in bull runs, they usually come back and touch the previous highs, right? It's usually how this goes, right? You can see here, last bull run back here. I'll just mark these all out for you. This is why I don't want you guys to, I don't want anyone to be worried about shit, because like this shit happens time and time again. Here, they came back and touched it, held this. All right. This was spooky. All right, and then they blasted off here and they made new highs to this. Right, so just put a mark there, and look, they made it. They made the bull run, and then what did they do? They came back and touched it. So the next thing is this. It's not. They haven't touched it yet, right? So this is either they touch it now or they touch it after. If they touch it now, this bull run's probably over. They usually touch it after, not before. You know, this goes back. Like the only one that they didn't do was way back here, and they still came back significantly. This one you can barely count, you know what I mean? This one they did. They almost always come back and touch it, guys, you know? Almost always. This one they didn't. Here, this one at 13, but they still had a relatively big move back. You don't have a measuring stick? So this one they didn't come back and touch. This here. But they still had a relatively big move back, right? 38% off the top. That's the only one that they didn't come back and touch. Every other one they came back and touched. This they did, yeah. So this one's the next one. So really, just, you know, you should make sure to keep this shit on your radar, right? Because if they do come back and give you 69, and it's 69 too, that's awesome. And if they give you 69 for an entry, you better take it, you know. If they don't hold 69 or like somewhere close in the 60s, then this is probably going to come back down to this. This is the next untested area. 32. So kind of expect, I don't imagine they're going down here, but I would expect them to hold this. What do you guys think, boys? We might get one flush out here first to the mid 80s. Like they did here. Kind of similar action to what we had back here. Regardless, you know, crypto is a long-term game, man. Crypto is better played with DCAing in and holding for fucking 5 years. Not saying you can't trade it. You can definitely trade it. I even do swing trades with my portfolio, right? Like I take 15% out and leave it in cash, and then I just put it back into Bitcoin. I did that here. When it went up to 102, I took 15% out, and then I bought everything back in when it was down here at 89. When it swept this. Software's a little janky. She freezes sometimes. All right, so that's basically it for me right now. You guys have any questions? Do you guys have any charts that you want me to look at? Kind of just going to be waiting for market open. Just going to grab a coffee, boys. I'll be right back. You guys get your charts ready. What's up? I think these markets are gonna rip as soon as it opens. Fuck tariffs. All right. I'm kind of in all the trades that I can be in this with this account. It's kind of just waiting at this point. Kind of just waiting. How about you guys? So it's kind of tricky because they did the move like I don't know what time it was in the east, but it was relatively early in the morning when they did it here, or like around 11 a.m. It's like 11 at night back home. Mm. BTC 3-minute gap left. I don't know, maybe. I can't even do the 3-minute chart on this one. Maybe can I on trading view? Nah. Cannot. Three-minute gap. Yeah, kind of, but the thing is they didn't gain anything here yet. It is a gap though. They could play it. Usually I like to play the gaps like after they gain, right? But maybe on the smaller time frame they gain something. I think they did, right? see. I hope not. Yeah, you kind of want them to hold this right here where they're at. This 5 minute. So they gain this. There is a little gap down here, but there's a significant one here, right? So you kind of want them to hold this area if they're going to continue this. I re-achieved the one. See what happens. Yeah, you know, this is the last thing. This is a weekly failure to gain, right? Or failure to lose. So this is the spot to hold. If they don't hold where if they go lower than what they did, then yeah, it's probably gonna break down. And yeah, that's a good spot. Liquidity and a gap there. So yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. I think you're right, Craftsman. This is a weekly level though, right? This right here. It's a weekly failure to lose. So they're holding it, and they had a pretty serious move off it. So we'll see. What I don't like about this is I don't like that they gained or they didn't gain this, right? This weekly up here, they didn't have weekly closes above. It's a pretty weak sign, you know, when they don't have closes above. When you're trending, you want to have weekly closes above, come back retest. Weekly closes above, come back retest, you know. But they did have they didn't put in new highs, so you know it could still go. We'll see. If they hold this here and start moving, that's it, man. I'm pretty sure we're going to 120. You notice how far away my PTs are for this trade, right? One on here, just one at the weeklies, at the weekly swing. One on a break of a new high, and then a runner to 120. You know. So we will see. We shall see, boys. curious of how this market's going to open up. I wonder how long these tariffs are going to stay in place in the US. I don't think this is going to last very long, man. Pretty sure they're just doing this to crash markets. And then, so they can load up before they're like, okay, everything's great again. You know, the people with the money. I mean, why wouldn't you, you know, if you can? Just do a bunch of shit that fucking, you know, makes the market go crazy. And then fucking load up your positions, and you know, that's it. And then a week later, I think quantitative easing is coming. It's just around the corner, you know, especially with all markets crashing like this too. Pretty sure they're Mr. Powell is gonna you know, cut some rates, man. Like, basically, I'm pretty sure that's what he's gonna do. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Powell will be cutting some rates, man. Maybe 2 more weeks. That would be my guess. Especially if we see one more leg down, they're not gonna let the whole market crumble, man. There's no way. Let the money printing begin, my friends. Let the fucking money printing begin. And then what happens? What happens to Bitcoin when the money printing goes on? Risk assets, right? Risk assets, they call them. Keep fucking devaluing your currency, boys. Keep devaluing everything. Everything's just fucking inflated to the tits. I feel bad for people who live in the West at this point. It's so fucking crazy. Yeah, I should go over the this dashboard here too. It's pretty cool. So this is that MCF platform, my crypto funding. Yeah, I took a little loss there for the first day, and then I'm just about break even now. We'll see if this pans out, this trade or not. But this is your equity curve. You can see every time it steps down, the stop's being taken. Right? Stop, stop, stop. You can see my trades. These are all losses. All pretty small losses, but still all losses nonetheless. Eight losses. This is a pretty rough rough time to enter the market during this fucking crash, you know what I mean? So, you know, it kind of happens sometimes. Got to go through it. As long as you don't get too beat up. At least I'm trading this bullshit. I'm not losing any real money. So this is the daily drawdown is 0 right now. So you can lose $239 or 240 bucks. And then my max drawdown, I've lost 139 out of 500. So I'm 27% down. I'm up though a little bit on this trade, 100 or 84 bucks, 83 bucks right now. I was up 150 at one point, but so this would, I'm essentially break even. Just about break even anyway. So not bad. I like this little platform, man. It's pretty cool. Did I just get my tattoo? I didn't just get it, but I've had it for a long time. We got Buddha, some palm trees, and then I got an elephant here. Let me show you this. And then here says live life, so I don't forget. And then a flower and some fucking waves. I got it here in Bali for dirt cheap during the pandemic. Or I got some of it here. I had this one flower, and then I had this flower up here and live life before. And then all the rest I got here. Probably gonna get my other arm done too, I think. Do I surf? Nah. Too fat to surf, man. I might bodyboard it. I just don't, man. I don't. I'm too old to like be getting fucked up in the waves. I go down there all the time and I walk around on the beach and whatever, work out there sometimes. But as far as surfing and like eating it in the surf, dude, the waves are fucking crazy here, man. Like it's not like it's like fuck around time in the surf. You're getting your ass kicked if you don't know what the fuck you're doing. There are smaller beaches, like Seminyak Beach is not so crazy surf, but down on Batu Balik is that's like where everyone surfs. There in Uluwatu is like crazy pants town, man. You can't surf there unless you're like professional. Even like people who know how to surf don't surf there. I put out a short today at my place. See if you guys want to see it. I don't know if you guys seen my place before. What's up, folks? Crypto's crashing. I took some long positions. We're going to talk about it at the stream today. We'll be going live as usual, 7:30. Come on by if you are so inclined and want to get some insight into trading. Until then, I'm going to just chill out by the pool here and enjoy the rest of the day in Bali, Indonesia. See you at the stream, boys. It's pretty nice. It's my backyard. Not bad, yeah. Yeah, it's all right. It's my place isn't like huge or anything. Just seeing some of the places that I've seen around here, man. It's fucking nuts. I went to a buddy's house. I had one of my friends were just in town visiting. I was staying at one of his other buddies. He's like, just come over here, man. The place is nice. And I was like, okay. I was like, I have a nice place too, but it's fine. Because I invited him over. And he's like, just come over there. I said, okay. I go over. Like, this place was like a giant fucking mansion. It was crazy. And it was like it was built in like 70s style, you know? Like, it was like an older guy who owned it. But dude, it was epic, man. Like, it looked like a fucking resort almost, you know? It was all open air and like there was like couches and fucking hookahs everywhere. Pretty cool. I mean, it's up to you, Kazuk. The one thing that I would say is that when you can practice on a paper account anytime you like. You might as well just do that right now. You know what I mean? Like, go get a paper account and practice whatever you want. The thing that paper accounts are good for practicing is it's good to just get the gist of placing orders. You know what I mean? Understanding how to place an order, how to place a stop loss, and how to manage the trade. You know, practice with the software. You know what I mean? But as far as actually trading, you can practice a few trades, sure, but like the thing with not trading with real money, it's you don't your heart's not in it. It's different. You know what I mean? Like you'll trade differently when real money's on the line. So I wouldn't waste too much time in paper trading. Do it for sure. Do it for a month or whatever, however long you want. But you know, you definitely trade differently when you're on a real account versus when you're on paper trading. So because of that, because like honestly, there's no emotion attached to paper trading, and emotion is the number one. That's the hardest thing about this is getting your emotions in check. So that's more what you need to practice than anything else, really, because like the price action you can learn right away. It doesn't take very long to learn price action. But like what takes you long to learn is being able to hold the trade and like, you know, not moving your stop around too much, you know, or in the wrong places because you're scared, you know, things like that. That don't you usually don't get those. You won't get those feelings to make you do that when you're not trading with real money. So when and I understand you're going to lose money at first anyway. So definitely when you start trading with real money, don't trade with a lot of money. Trade with $100 or whatever. You know what I mean? Like something small, whatever's small to you, but still like means a little bit, you know? Be that $100, $500, $1,000. It's going to be different for everybody, right? It depends how much money you have. But it's the only thing I would say is good with paper trading is just to if you're like brand new and you don't even understand what a market order is and what a limit order is and like that kind of stuff, you know, you'll need to do some paper trading anyway to just understand the software and understand about brokers and about trading a little bit. You know what I mean? But as far as a funded account, honestly, I would recommend this with prop firms. At least you're not going to lose too much money. You know what I mean? And prop firms really make you like hone in on. They don't let you lose that much money, so like they're pretty good about making you have to implement risk management, or 100% you're going to fail immediately. So it's good that it helps you you know, implement risk management. When you don't, you'll just blow up the account. So this one's pretty good, I found anyway. So far. Now, who knows if how long these guys have only been around for a year. So like, you know, prop firms are sometimes they just come in and come out, right? So if they fucking go away and you lost some money here or whatever, you know, it's not really not my fault, you know what I mean? Yeah. Depends on what you want to trade too, right? If you want to trade crypto, or if you want to trade futures, or you want to trade stocks, or what, you know what I mean? These guys, you can trade a lot of stuff with them. So these guys, how it works is, let me just explain these guys. This is a prop firm, right? So if you pay them, evaluation costs $64, one-time fee, and then after you pass their terms, then they'll move you to a funded account where they get a 20-80 split of all the profits, and you get to trade with 5K. But you need to pass their qualifications first. Their qualifications are, you can't have 5%. You can't lose 5% of the daily in any one day. You can't lose 10% maximum. Profit target 1, you need to make 8% of the account. Profit target 2 is another 5% in phase 2. So there's 2 phases. You need to make 8% in the first phase, and you need to make 5% in the second phase. After that, you're moved to a funded account where they have like the same kind of rules, and you just trade with their money, and then whatever profit at the end, as per their rules, they'll probably have like a minimum take or whatever that you need to make $1,000 before you can take a withdrawal or something like that. But when you're allowed to take a withdrawal, they keep 20%, you keep 80. So doing this, it just makes it a little bit nicer, right? Because like you don't have to worry about losing your own money. You can trade a shit ton of products with these guys, and they have a nice dashboard here where you can see what's going on with your progress. Like this is my current equity. This is out of date, but you can see this is the current equity. They have where your target is, where your current equity is, your trades, where you are on your max drawdown. So right now I've lost $136.7 out of 500. I can't lose 500. These are all my botched trades. So you can see, like, even someone who knows what they're doing, you know, over these last 2 days, I've lost 137 bucks. That's not too bad, man. That's pretty good considering the market fucking tanked like crazy, right? I'm sure there's other people who lost a hell of a lot more than that. Yeah, it's called a prop firm, Kedzuk. So it's called a prop firm. But you need to pass their circumstances first, right? And then make sure you read their terms of service, because they do have a terms of service thing. What was it? Terms and conditions. There's certain rules. These guys are good because they don't have too many. You know what I mean? But there is some rules, right? Like there was, like, you should read through this terms and conditions of whoever prop firm that you're going with. If I was gonna recommend one, I'd recommend Top Step, just because they've been around forever, and I know they wouldn't fuck around. These guys I like because they're a little bit more loosey goosey on the rules. So you need to read through this part: prohibited trading strategies. Like it says here, gambling, you can't make 4% on any one single trade. So they have like a little bit of a consistency. It's not too bad, but you need to be a little bit more consistent. Like you can't just throw all your money into one trade and then let's hope it works out. And then if you blow up the account, you need to pay another 64 bucks. But, you know, paying 64 bucks if you're doing this properly, even if you had to pay 64 bucks a month, that's not bad for learning how to trade. You know what I mean? Like, that's not too bad. And going with a route like this, it gets your feet wet at least. And like, really, you shouldn't trade with your own money until you have proven yourself in one of these things. You know what I mean? And then they have like tons of things that they can you can see down here. I can just show you this. Charts. There's tons of products you can trade. So over here is all the different products. So they have literally everything. Like, it's not like just crypto. They have all the commodities, silver, gold, you know, copper, everything. Crypto, there's tons of crypto. Tons. There's probably 100 products there that you can trade, or like 50 at least. FX, every FX pair. Indices, all the major indices, like the Oz 200, the US 30, the US 100, the US 500, S&P, right? All, and it's not just the US stuff. You can trade everything. So you can go in here and like look for setups everywhere, right? Not just on one specific thing. And that's basically it. These are just popular ones that are marked. But that's a lot, man. Like you get a lot. It's not just a little bit. At least this way it gets you started, you know? And honestly, you lose 64 bucks. Oh well. It's really not a huge deal to be losing 64 bucks trading, you know? Since I started this, I blew up one account already just because I was just getting my feet wet and I made my trades too big. So, but making trades on this is pretty good because you can. Sorry, just gonna reload this a second. You can make it so you can make your trade worth whatever you want. So let's say I'm interested right here in the US 100 and I want to buy this gap down here. So say I wanted to buy this down here, this gap. So I'd go here and I'd go to the US 100. Just move this over so you can see. So I'd go to the US 100 and I'd make a new order. And then I'd go to a pending order. Difference between, I know you're brand new, so I'll explain this to you. Difference between a market order and a pending order. So a market order enters immediately. A pending order will be like a resting order waiting. So for this example, we're going to do a resting order. Let's say we were interested in buying down here, just because this is just an example. we were interested in just buying just down here. Okay, then we'd do that, and then we'd put our stop in. Our stop, we can move it to, come on, man. Here we go. All right, so we'd move our stop. We want to have our stop, let's say, below this range. This is over here. It's telling you what the stop is worth. So the stop is worth $19 there. If I'm like, oh, that's too much, I want to make the stop a little bit less. Okay, it's worth $13 there. And then if you want to have more, you just pump it up, right? You can pump it up. Maybe you can even do even less. Yeah, you can. Oh no, you can't. It has to be by one. So you can make the stop basically worth whatever you want. You know what I mean? So for a size of an account like this, you really don't want your stop being much bigger than $25, 30, 40 bucks, something like that. And then you'd put in your profit target and say you want your profit target at the top of the range. All right, and then that would be it. And then you'd hit buy limit. So you hit buy limit, and then they're in here, and then you close this off. And you can see the orders are just in there, ready to go, right here. They're down here on pending orders. That's basically how you enter in an order. And then if you wanted to move it around after, if you were like, oh, I think I'm gonna get it up here, it's gonna be better, I'll move my stop up to here, or whatever the case may be. You can do that. What happened here, man? Things just canceled. I don't know what happened there. The order just canceled for some reason. That's basically how you enter an order, though. Make sense? Yeah, like you don't trade a full Bitcoin, right? Like these positions were only worth like 0.02, 0.01, right? 0.01 this one was. This one 0.02. 0.02. Yeah, no worries, man. Leverage trading is a little bit different too, but you shouldn't worry too much about leverage trading. Honestly, this is a very good beginner friendly platform to try, especially if you're just starting, because you just understand that you're gonna put money in and you're gonna lose it all. so whatever you put in, you're gonna lose. So, yeah. Putting in 64 bucks is a lot better than funding your own $500 account or, $1,000 account. Or like with futures, you need a minimum of 5,000, I would say. With like to play the ES and the NQ, you need a minimum of 5,000 to do that. With this, it gets you access to like everything on with such little investment. On TradingView, these guys have TradingView built in too, but I can show you. Hold on, let me just log into my trade. I have a brokerage account on TradingView. Just 1 minute. All right. All right, so this is my brokerage account on TradingView. I've logged in. This is under AMP. So AMP trades futures, so this can only, I can only trade futures on here. So let's say on ES, I wanted to MES micros. So let's say on here, I was interested in buying this bottom range. What I would do is you can either click here and just click trade and create new order. When you do that, this comes up. So if you wanted to keep this, you could just dock it to the right and it would just be here all the time. It has your order here, so you can pick wherever you want to put it, or you can type in the price if you want to do a limit, or if you wanted to do market, this just enters you in right away. If you want to have a stop loss and take profit and stop loss, you just enter them in there and then click whatever, click buy. Another way to do this is using these long and short positions. So I like to do these too. So just because it lets you mark out your trades. So let's say I wanted to have this trade here like this, and I was targeting here. It says here your risk to reward ratio is a 9. That's pretty good. Usually you want to have about a 3 or more, right? So even a 3 to there is good. So let's say I wanted to do this trade here. I would right click and click create limit order, and then it puts all the numbers in there for you. So it puts your take profit, your stop loss, and your limit, and then you just need to change the units. Yeah. Pretty good. Do it this way. These guys have TradingView built in, but it's not quite the same as like regular TradingView. This stuff is like basic stuff. You can just YouTube how to enter an order in TradingView, and there'll be a million videos that tell you what's going on with that. Yeah. So for what I was just showing you, it was that's under amped. So amped just has contracts, right? It's a futures broker. So futures brokers just have contracts. So you can only do 1, 2, or 3, or 4, or 5, or 10, or whatever, right? You can't do point. Same with stocks too. Through trading view, you can't really do like partial shares of stocks. You need to buy at least one. And then for crypto you can trade it whatever. It doesn't really matter. You can buy point whatever of a crypto. I don't know if these guys have it set up where you have to buy a certain amount. Like can I buy like just 0.1? No, yeah, these guys have the minimum at 0.1. 0.01 is the minimum. It's the minimum on Sol, but like it might be different on different cryptos. I can't imagine it would be 0.1 on like some meme coin. Let's just check. Where's some meme coin? Here it is. Can I buy like 0.001? No. Minimum 0.01. Minimum. These guys are trading on leverage too, right? Like they're showing you the required margin that you need. So even if I took one Bitcoin, I'm at 20% margin. So as long as you have the funds to cover it, they let you trade it. Because normally this would cost $94,000 to take out one Bitcoin. So what these guys are doing is they're letting you trade as if it's one Bitcoin. They're letting you trade as if it's one Bitcoin. But it's you have to have margin in your account to cover it. So to enter a one Bitcoin trade, they're saying you need to have. I'm at 20% margin, so my equity is at 4,800. I have 20%. 20% of that is covering the margin, $949. The reason that they don't care is because if your stop gets hit, you have the money to cover the stop. So it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? So essentially they're letting you trade their Bitcoin. They have the Bitcoin that they're allowing you to trade it. That's technically how this works. And as long as you have the margin to cover it, it's fine. And then if you don't, if at some point your account does not have this, then you get liquidated. So the margin is 20%, 949. If for some reason you start losing on other trades and your account no longer has 949 in it, then they just they'll stop your trade and they'll take all your money that you have in your account to cover the trade. Does that make sense? It's a little confusing. You don't really need to think about that too much, really. When you're doing it like with these guys, all you need to know is you can't lose 500 bucks. If you lose 500 bucks, you're blowing up the account and you need to start again. What do we got here? About 30 minutes until open. I'm kind of interested at what the open's going to do here. I think we're going to tank and then I think we're going to run. All right, boys. I'm gonna go for a quick cigarette. I'll be back. 30 minutes. 30 minutes till the open. I'll leave you with the tunes, yeah. What's going on, boys? I'm back. A little bit of selling pressure here in the old crypto. You got to be up for the sunshine, eh? Or the sunrise. Oh, yeah, you're Australian. I forgot. It's all good, man. Appreciate you stopping in. Yeah, man. Around the same time. I always try to get on around 7:30 Eastern. And then I stay on until the market open usually. So the market opens in 30 minutes. Today I want to just stay on just to see what's going to go on with these markets, just because they're all that shit with Trump. I want to see if we dump here, what's going on. And then usually I call it at like by 10 o'clock Eastern. Today I actually traded the London session a bit, so I'm not even doing any trades. I'm just kind of watching the market here, taking questions from you guys. But yeah, appreciate you, Kadzuk. Catch you tomorrow. No worries, brother. We'll get you on the mic here. If you have a mic, I can field your questions and just explain things to you right over one-on-one if you like. Yeah, dude. No worries. As long as you have a decent mic, it's all good. Or even a headset, whatever. Monkey Pleb, what's going? What's good, brother? Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome back. Welcome in. These are my new glasses. What do you think? I can see now. No more. It was brutal. I was doing Excel sheets on the. I have to do Excel a little bit for my villa rental business. I was like, I couldn't tell if it was like a 6 or an 8, and I was like, oh fuck, it's time to get glasses, man. $160%. I don't know what you mean. Yeah, they said, I don't know, what was the prescription here? They're 150. But I don't know, there's some other things in here that I don't know. It says plus 150 on the left, and then CLY is negative 50 on the right, negative 25 on the left. And then axis is 105 and 85 on the left. Whatever that means. Single vision near. PD near 64. I don't know what that means. They these glasses though are like I have big monitor here, right? Like I have a 49-inch Samsung monitor, and it sits more than a meter, like around a meter away, and these glasses are better for like near sight for like your phone or reading. So like even at a meter away, it's like a little fuzzy. I almost have to go like this to make it the more perfect. But honestly, I needed glasses for a while. I just never wanted to get them. But yeah, I have another monitor right here, like right in front of my keyboard. Just like a single monitor, like a little one. And that one I can see way better. Yeah, that one I can see like way better. But the far stuff is like, you know, same almost. Can see it a little tiny bit better, but not much. How's trading going? Going okay. I bought the dip. Can go over it here if you like. This is based on a 4-hour. So when Bitcoin started crashing, I started buying this whole 4-hour dip all the way down to here. This whole 4-hour swing. Focusing in on this box here was my main thing. But even when it got past it, this is my last buy, my last bigger buy. So that's what I bought today. And then I bought Sol too. Same kind of concept on Sol. I bought it here, or the initial dip. Let me just look at the 4-hour here again. Yeah, Sol on this 4-hour dip. Just buying this. It dipped a little harder. I didn't average down on Sol because the reason I didn't average down on Sol is because I already had much on Bitcoin. So I was like, ah, fuck it. I don't want to put too much out there in one direction, you know. So I'll just ride these. Profit target, I only have one. It's new highs. You know what I mean? That's where I'm going with this. New highs, and it's kind of a deep. I might get stopped out on this shit. Like, who knows? But we'll see. I picked a rough day to get into the, like, to start this thing. Like I started this prop firm thing on the 2 days where the market tanked fucking huge, both days. You know what I mean? So the first day blew up the account. Second day, I took some bad trades, man. Like I took a bunch of trades and I took a bunch of stops. You can see right here. These are all my failed trades. 8. I lost 8 in a row. All longs. Bit rough, you know what I mean? Like when you're get into the market and when it's a time like that, when everything's fucking dumping like crazy. Drawdowns at 33%. Current profits at $52 or something like that. This is the current equity, so I'm really down. If I closed everything right now, it'd be down $60 or whatever, $70. Still a bit rough getting into the market when it's like that. You know what I mean? 170, sorry, that's what I meant, yeah. I think it's a bit more though, because my profit right now is at $70, so I don't know. I think this is a little off. I think this is a little off because the profit right now is at 75, 76 right up here. It's like Bitcoin bounced. Since then, bleeding. Yeah. Is that the market open? No, not yet. Kind of interesting. I'm a bit interested. I'm gonna wait till the market open is in before I shut down the stream. I believe it's gonna be kind of interesting today. Yeah. What I said on ETH was as long as it gains and holds, right? Didn't hold. But yeah, I was still wrong. I thought it was going up, not down. So I said as long as it gains and holds this, right? It gained it, but it didn't hold. So right here, I would have been very wary about new lows. Make sense? It didn't. It did gain, but it didn't. When it came back down, it didn't hold. Even not holding this is like kind of a big deal, or this kind of a big deal. Not holding. Didn't even have to wait until a break of this is like for sure. Now it's going down because this is losing a 4 hour again. But yeah, you were right for sure. You had the more right idea. That's for sure. I have a heavy spot ETH position too, and ETH fucking bled today. And my spot positions are like half ETH, half Bitcoin. I moved some in like 2 weeks ago into ETH. Yeah. I don't know. We're gonna have to see. I don't know what's gonna happen here. You know, it's kind of rough, and you know, a lot of news-driven shit is bleeding, is making it bleed. All this tariff, trade war, fucking shit. You know, it's scaring the market. I don't imagine these tariffs and this trade war shit is going to last very long. And I also imagine quantitative easing is going to start relatively soon. I'm sure Jerome Powell within a month is going to be pumping, starting to cut rates. If he doesn't, we're going to see a fucking really big sell-off. If he just says, "No, we're just going to keep it tight," good luck. We're gonna see a giant sell-off then. But I don't think it's, you know, they don't want the economy to just tank, right? So it's, yeah, it's a good idea, Monkey, really. My next ones will be, if this range doesn't hold, my next ones will be also like in mid 80s. I'll be taking trades there, but I'll be waiting until some kind of gain, right? Some kind of 15-minute gain. But I'll be taking trades there. And we'll make them bigger for sure. And I'll be targeting new highs. Yeah. I like the I just like the liquidity grab down there. Oops. kind of marked it out here. This is a big gap, and this is the big liquidity grab. So action underneath there is really what you're going to be looking for. It's lining up with a lot of stuff. You got the you got liquidity grab under there. You have an untested gap here. You have the 727 fib. A lot of stuff. And then this is the big level down here. If it does get all the way down there, I don't know. I honestly don't think that we'll see this far down. I'm pretty sure this or this is gonna hold. Or honestly, right here, right now. This came down and tested the. It's a failure to lose on the weekly. Perfect. This is a weekly failure to lose, right? Like you couldn't have done it more perfect. It's almost to the T. You know, almost perfect. So I think with this, by the first account that I had with these guys, I went a little overboard, right? I was trading too many crypto things all at once, and then when crypto flushed, every fucking trade lost. So there's got to be like some kind of rule, you know what I mean, where you shouldn't really be trading, you know, 20 different crypto products at the same time, because if one loses, they're all gonna lose. So I'll probably, honestly, for this, I'll probably just trade Bitcoin and maybe like Sol or maybe XRP or something like that. And then either, you know, US 100 or 500, probably the 100 actually. So I'll probably just trade the US 100. And then I'll probably trade the Euro here. You can't really trade too many things at once, because if shit goes wrong, it's like you're not risking 1% anymore. It's not one trade. It's like 10 trades are all banking on the same thing. You know, I know about this shit. I just, you know, like I said, I've been out of practice for like 7 months, so I wasn't really thinking when I was getting involved with this. I was just excited because there were so many products to trade. And I just kept putting in trades. And I was like, it's just, my stops were like 20 or 30 bucks. It's 20 or 30 bucks. Who cares? 20 or 30 bucks. Who cares? And then all of a sudden I hit the daily drawdown. Would be cool if these guys held. You don't like having multiple trades open? It shouldn't be a problem having multiple trades open. You should always have runners, dude. I'm telling you. The best way to do this is having runners, and then also having also hedging. And then when you hedge, you just put, like, if you were to hedge here, your only target on the hedge is new lows. You know what I mean? So if it does tank, then you're paid off on the hedge. So like when Bitcoin gets back up here, and it's like time to take hedges, I'll take shorts here, and I'll probably take one profit target here or something like that, and then the rest would just be here, just in case. You know what I mean? What do we got here? The Bitcoin liquidity heat map. Down here. Up here is lots of liquidity. Yeah, they took out most of the liquidity last time, right? Last time they came and they took out 89. That took out a ton of liquidity, right? Or you want me to look at the 6 month? Ooh, yeah. Still liquidity. This is cool. I've never seen this before. $85, there is liquidity. There's liquidity all the way down to 85, yeah? Is that what this is showing? Oh, way down here. The lowest low of the range. Oh yeah, up here. Yeah, that is strange. Well, yeah, that is a little weird. Usually there should be liquidity there. You know, same like here. See how much liquidity there is there? You would think that there was more there. So maybe they won't be taking it out. Here, yeah, you were talking about? That is weird that there's no liquidity here. That one, yes, yeah. You can see how much liquidity was here, right? When they took this out last time. So, you know, they've taken a ton of liquidity already. They really have. Like, they took a whole bunch of liquidity already. The last time they came down here and swept it. Liquidation leverage 3.6 billion is still there. Wow. Just reload this. It's pretty cool. I've never seen this. $5.81 billion here at the top. Whew. Still a lot here too. 4.1 just at new lows. Yeah, man. If there's no liquidity here, I don't think that they're going there. I think they might just sweep these lows and that's it. Or hold it. regardless, this is worth taking a shot at longs here. Even if they do go a little bit lower, it's okay. Like anywhere down here is going to be fine. Cool. Neat, man. Thanks. Oh, looks like we're pumping a bit. We're getting a little bit of a pump in here. My soul position not, but Bitcoin, yes. I'm gonna save this and watch it on the heat map. I'm just gonna add it to the bookmarks bar. There we go. Done. Cool. We'll check that out. It's like we got a little pump. This is the market open. Market open pumping. Let's go, Bitcoin. Let's go. Let's go, boys. You think we can pass this fucking prop with one trade? Maybe. I wonder if they'll give me shit for this. I guess technically this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades, right? %, rule. Is it 80% on one? It's 80% on one trade, right? Not one product. One trade can't be making 80%. Yeah, this is more than one trade. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 different entries. And like my first PT is here. Nah, my first PT is here. So like that'll be one trade, right? I don't know. We'll see what they say. I'm just gonna leave it, and I'm just gonna tell them, sorry, this is how I trade. What the fuck do you want? I'll probably wake up tomorrow and just be stopped out of everything. I know how this goes. How did ETH do on the old bounce back? Tell me it's bouncing back, because I have so much of it. A little bit. Oops. A little bit. Fuck, it got as low as 2100, boys. That's fucking low, man. Well, that was the market open. There is news in an hour. This, oh no, it's in half an hour. Maybe we'll wait for the news. We have news coming up in half an hour, so we'll see. Might as well wait. Another 20 minutes. Another 20 minutes, man, with you guys. Tariffs only. Only tariff news is all I care about. Like, you know, I don't know, man. This guy's, I'm pretty sure this guy is just setting up his, you know, he's setting up a portfolio trade. So he wants to bring steel production back to the US. He's tariffing Canada and the States. You know, I don't know, yeah, but there's probably some commodities trade that he's betting on. I would imagine. What's the news for the bleed? It's just tariffs. Yeah, that's the only thing. But Bitcoin dumped prior to the markets, right? Because Bitcoin was open all weekend, right? So once those tariffs were announced, you know, they just it dumped preemptively because everybody already knows that the traditional market was going to dump too, and it did. It dumped huge on open on the Globex session. Now it's going to buy back, and then I don't know how much it's going to buy back. You know, who knows? I don't know if we're going to see back to old levels, but at least Bitcoin's pumping. All right, we're back up to, I think we're in the positives again, boys, with our account. Almost back to positive. Let's go. I like the support, monkey. Let's go. Yeah, we're almost back to where we started. 5 grand is where we started. Almost back there. I mean, this account's no joke though, man. Like it's kind of hard to make fuck, dude, like the top step one is really only 2% drawdown. That's fucking hard, dude. What if you run into like the market fucking falling apart like I did? You're entering the market on like on a day where everything dumped 20% in 2 days. Is that what Top Step is? Is Top Step 2%? It didn't used to be, did it? 2% is fucking hard, dude. $2K on 50 grand though, right? That's like 2%. I guess it stays at 50 grand. The problem with Top Step 2 is you need to pay all the time. I don't like that. They make it real hard, and then like you need to trade small, and then you need to stay in their fucking You need to stay in their combine for like 6 months before you get out of there. I honestly like this one, man. It's not bad because it's a 10% drawdown, man. That's not too bad. Yeah, 10%. A 10% drawdown is not too bad. Better than fucking 2. But like I said, it's just the time that I entered the market was a little rough, right? Like I entered during the biggest fucking crash that we've seen in literally the last 5 months. And I entered 2 days before, and all I tried to do was long. You know what I mean? So every single trade was failing. It was brutal, man. It's hard. That's a tough way to get in. You know, it's a tough way to start it. At least I didn't lose too much. I only blew up one account, and this one's like at break even, so whatever. How about Soul? Not moving? Good. I hate you. I think it trails, man. As far as I remember, it trails all the time. But maybe it might trail back a little less or something like that, but it still trails. I hope these guys aren't a scam, man. That's just I just hope these guys aren't a scam. Not like fucking fast track. I did fast track trading. I was in there. I was grinding it out for like, I don't know, a month and a half, and I was just about to get paid. and then they're like, oh yeah, we're a scam, basically. The worst, man. I was so fucking pissed off. That's why I stopped trading for a while. You spend all this time, like, you know, grinding it out. You're about to get paid, and then what? You're a scam? What the hell are you talking about? Okay, we got 15 minutes until news. See what else is up. Trump did say there's more tariffs hitting the market. I don't know. For me, Monkey, for props, it doesn't really matter. It's not like I need the money. So whatever's easier for getting paid. I'd rather build the account up and then take a big payout. But I don't want to break any rules. You know what I mean? That's the big problem here with props, right? I don't want them to, like, you know, I don't know who these fucking guys are. I don't know how much clout they have, you know. I don't want to have a giant. I don't want to have like a $50,000 account with them, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh yeah, sorry, we're a scam, and you can't have any of your money." That's why everyone takes payouts with props, because no one trusts them, you know. So yeah, what I'll probably do is take payouts and just take the payout and dump it into Binance or into Bybit and just trade over there too, or dump it into DeFi or crypto or whatever, something. I'll probably keep it all in crypto. My whole life is crypto at this point. All my spare money goes in there, you know. It's just it. Yeah, I could do that too. The reason I wanted to do props is for the stream. It's nice, easy way to get people into trading, you know. And it's easy for people to not lose too much money. So that's really the only reason I wanted to put it into props. If we could find one that's good. Top Step's good, but they're just a little too, like 2%, man. Come on. I like these guys because you can adjust stops, and like you can make it worth not too much, so you can trade small. These guys are really like beginner friendly, really. And even the layout and the platform is good. Everything's good. Freezes up a little bit now and then, but besides that, not that big of a deal. It's actually a decent layout, and you can trade a lot of products. So like you get a lot for your money here with these guys. Like you pay, like with Top Step, it's like you just trade futures. That's it. You know what I mean? You can't trade anything else. These guys, it's like crypto, FX. You can trade all the indices. You know, you can trade everything. I do trade with my own money though. I still have a Bybit account. There is some money in it, and I do still buy spot. You know what I mean? Like I did. The last buy I did was 89k or 89.5k, but it was just a spot trade. You know, I put USDT into crypto, into like Bitcoin and Ethereum. We got about 9 minutes until the news. We're gonna see how the news is, and then I'll probably just leave that for the day, and just check in on these guys tomorrow and hope we don't lose our shirt. I do think more upside is coming though. At least we're gonna see what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like up here, you know. Let's have a look at the bigger time frame here on the 4 hour. Yeah. You know, we got a little ways to go here before we get to more significant support. or more significant resistance. I'd probably mark this on here too. You know, I would think that we're going to go back up there at least. This is looking a little spooky though. Lots of sideways here, yeah. Should really make these a different color. Let's go with pink to match my. You see, this is like frozen now. Yeah, I clicked here first, not there. Yeah, I'm thinking back up there. Putting in a gain here, internal. Didn't really gain this too nicely. Internal gain here is not too bad though. You think we're gonna sweep this? On Sol? You said 180. You just think one more lower low and then push up. I mean, they could sweep this. They could sweep this and then blast. Looking a bit rough here now. Like the market sold off huge, dude. What's Nvidia at? Like Jesus Christ, man. What move is that? %26 down. Look at these guys, man. Look at this move. They swept it. What a bunch of pigs, man. They swept it. That's brutal. This would be a rough move. That's rough. If you had shorted here or shorted here. I do like this though. I like getting into these things when after sweep. You know, I talk about this kind of setup all the time. This is kind of more like a setup that you do, Monkey. When it's so it loses a level, then it sweeps. Oh, sorry. It loses a level, then it sweeps, then it loses another level, then here. So here it lost this. This was the level to lose. So it lost it here and it lost it here. Or lost it here. This would be the initial. And then after the sweep, loses a level and then retest short. This is a pretty prime setup. This one works better than just the, you know, just the losing a level and sweep. A lot of times this move will happen, right? Like you'll get the initial move down, but they'll pump it for the retest and to take the liquidity. A lot of times, not every time, but a lot of times. Like you can see this time they didn't do it, right? They failed it. They failed this, pumped it. Short, like massive short, right? Into a gap. Into the previous support. That's it. This is a big move, no? Yeah, that's a 30% move. So that's dirty. This is dirty. Dirty when that happens, but it should like if that happened, you should be paying attention here. Like if that happened and then they lost it again after, should really be paying attention here. All right, here's the news. Is it a no news event? I knew this news wasn't very effective, wasn't very, you know, crazy. No action. Cool, man. Well, we're up $200. We're back to break even on the equity. Basically, $15 below it. $10 below it. Hopefully this goes, man, and like we can get funded on this account, you know. I guess there's two stages to go through. This will only be the first stage. So as soon as the account gets to 500, I can stop trading. Look at Soul go too, yeah? Let's go. Re-achieving. Anyway, that's going to be it for me. Unless you guys have any further questions or anything I can help you out with. Any last minuters? Last minute charts? The NQ getting a little spicy here. Taking the liquidity. Still think we're gonna see a pop. All right, man. All right, monkey. Well, what's the question? Let's hear it before I go. What makes it a break? Candle closes below. So, you know, this is a question that some people will probably give you different answers for, right? So a break of a level to me is a candle close below the level. So this would be the level to break, the bottom of this candle. And this was a candle close below. Obviously, when you have like an hour close below or a 4-hour close below, it's even better, right? Because this is technically a 4-hour close, right? Like this is going to be a 4-hour. This is a 4-hour. So this is a 4-hour close below is even better. So if it just sweeps down here and let me just have a look for where there's a sweep. I mean, one just happened in Bitcoin, no? Like in Bitcoin on the weekly, there was a sweep, right? Yeah. So on Bitcoin on the weekly level, didn't have a weekly close above. So this is a sweep. Not saying that sweeps can't be bought, you know what I mean? It's just there. This is like a sweep. Let's have a look at your chart. So okay, I'm just gonna draw it on this chart. What's happened here? So This isn't the level to lose, right? This is the level to lose, I believe. What's this? This is new high. So since this was new high, this is probably the level to lose, I would say. Or if you wanted to, it would be this one. But it would be one of these ones. You can argue that it's this one because this didn't have closes above. So technically you're still in this range when you don't have a close above. Yeah. So so yeah, this would, like, since this swept, I would say this would have been the level to lose, and this is where it lost. So yeah, I guess you're kind of the same thing, but this had closes below. And then if this swept again, this would have been the level to lose right here. Had closes below, so you would on the retest, you would look to short, but not off of this order block. You would be shorting off of this. Didn't quite get there. That's how I would have played it. I don't really pay attention too much to sweeps anyway. You know what I mean? I'm like, when we have sweeps, all I do, like I just, when we're in this area, like when the market's up here and I know that we've passed the previous high, I just know that it's time to look for shorts. That's it. You know what I mean? Like when we're up here and we're past a major high and we made new highs, you look at the small time frame and you look for shorts. So you're just looking if it's, you know, if the market has been, it's been going up, you know what I mean? You're just looking for it to lose something to short it. So like that's really all that you look for. The only thing that you could say is for sweeps. How do I clear this off, man? Like, can I just clear off all? Yeah. Okay. Clear. Yeah. So for sweeps, because this swept this, technically this is still the trend that you're in. So technically this is the level to lose because this didn't have a close above. That's the only thing that you should keep in your mind about sweeps. Like when it sweeps like that, it technically didn't break this level. So this level to here is the trend that you're in, right? So this is the level to lose. Same with this. This didn't lose it, this lost it. So when we came back up, they did a bullshit sweep. You would have get, like, for me, if I was playing this, I would have been stopped out here, and then after they swept this, I would have missed the trade here. Pretty rough. You know what I mean? I would have been pretty pissed off the whole time. But even getting into this range, I probably would have been looking for shorts anyway, you know, even just being close to this range. Like this is the level that I would be looking at. And you know, if it even got close to it, I'd be looking for shorts. So like even just getting close to it, I would still be looking for shorts. So here on Nvidia, let's just look at the top here. That was the top, yeah. Yeah, this would have been rough to play. Nvidia, I never really enter on like a 15-minute on. Yeah, this would have been rough. Look, they even swept it here. So they made new highs. Would have been hard to get short here. They made new highs, unless you just took a short. Taking a short anywhere around here, like you could have shorted the breakout and put your stop up here. So with stocks, you can have a little bit wider stops. You know what I mean? So when this thing lost the 1 hour, You could have just entered a short and then put your stop up here. But like you shouldn't, there's a lot of this bullshit that happens in stocks, you know what I mean? So you should always have your stop, like, you can't play it like the futures, you know what I mean? Like you can't put your stop right here or right at the place where you want to put it. You should always like give it a little bit because there's this fuck around shit happens all the time in stocks. It's not like futures or FX, not at all. Let's go, crypto. Let's go, boys. We're back in the positive $7. Let's go. Let's go. Cool. Well, I hope that was helpful, man. We'll be back again tomorrow. Hope you guys have a excellent day. I hope there's no more crazy news and price action just gets back to normal. And we're not just blowing up accounts for fucking no reason at all. And we can go from there. All right, boys. Take it easy, monkey. Trade safe.